Pixel Heroes Adventure is a free-to-play mobile NFT game in the Action MMORPG style, which recently went to the Ronin blockchain network, where there is a Play-to-Airdrop event based on the mystery box mint using Key Fragments. Let's talk about a new way to get Key Fragments so you can open more mystery boxes and thus improve your farm in Play-to-Airdrop. Play-to-Airdrop, Task Board. There is another way to guarantee Key Fragments to open the mystery boxes and earn play points from the Play-to-Airdrop event, which are the task boards. They work like this: when you eliminate a monster on the maps, be it a common mob, an elite monster, or even a field boss, they drop a loot. This item can be delivered to the task board by Key Fragment or by mystery box. There are common quests that ask for 100 random items from a mob. There are rare quests that ask for 200 items and legendary quests that may end up asking for loot from field bosses, but in return give the entire mystery box as a reward. The information about these keys collected in-game is not yet available on the Pixel Heroes Adventure DApp, but it will be updated soon. This is an additional system for you to get more fragments or even mystery boxes with the items you normally collect on the map. You collect the amount you are asking for in the task, click on Deliver, earn the Key Fragments, and after collecting 30 fragments you go to the Pixel Heroes website and open the normal chest. Some details about this system are as follows. You can complete up to 20 quests per day. There are 2 ways to reset the missions. Wait for the reset every 1 hour or spend 100 diamonds to reset the missions immediately. The tip is to farm on lower level maps, because you can defeat more monsters and thus collect more loot to deliver in the tasks. This way of farming Key Fragments depends a lot on your speed at defeating the monsters on the map. Therefore, we will talk about some tips for you to improve your character and points to observe so that with this you can improve your loot farm and consequently your keys. Pixel Heroes Adventure Tip 1 Elements. The first tip is about the attribute table, which covers the advantages and disadvantages of each element. You can find this table by going to Battle and then clicking on the mini table in the upper left corner. In this table, you can see that there are elements that give more or less damage. When there are 2 arrows pointing up, the bonus is 1.5 times, 1 arrow is 1.2 times, and when there is a down arrow, the damage is halved. One way to use this knowledge of the advantages and disadvantages of attributes is to check what attribute the monsters or bosses on the map you are farming have, and then identify in the table which attributes you need to use to have a 1.5 damage bonus. Once you have identified the attributes, you can now go to your Skills tab and select Range or Melee skills depending on which one you are focusing on, and then choose the skills that are of the element that the monsters have a disadvantage against. For example, on the Ice map, it is good to use Ice skills and Shadow skills. This way, your damage will be 1.5 times greater and you will eliminate more monsters. Pixel Heroes Adventure Tip 2 Better Equipment. A key point in the game is your equipment, so you need to look for better equipment, at least legendary. The first way to get legendary equipment is by defeating field bosses. You can find their spawn time by clicking on Field Boss Information. In the Battle tab, field bosses appear on the last level of each map, and there is a time limit for you to enter the battle. When the boss appears, players will try to reduce its HP to 0, and at that moment it will drop some items on the ground and you will need to be quick to get the best items. Another way for the player to be more active is to go through the channels and maps looking for elite monsters that appear from time to time. If there is an elite monster on the map, an arrow will appear indicating its direction and distance. They are less contested than field bosses, but they also drop fewer items. We also have party dungeons, where you will need a group of players to face some bosses that range from simpler mechanics like Bloomins to more complex mechanics. They usually take longer to complete, and if all players are eliminated, the party dungeon is over. Finally, it is possible to get legendary equipment in the automatic AFK farm, but this depends a lot on luck. Pixel Heroes Adventure Tip 3 Enchanting Equipment. After getting at least legendary equipment, it is time to enchant your best equipment. You go to the menu in the upper right corner and choose the blacksmith option, and then go to Enchant Equipment. To enchant equipment, you need to pay attention to 2 things. The first is that you can enchant up to +2 without any problems because there is no chance of failure. From +3 onwards it starts to fail, and if it is not successful, the equipment loses durability. The second is that you will need enchantment stones, which seem to be difficult items to obtain in the game. Since they do not drop easily from monsters, like other items. If you have not yet created an account on Pixel Heroes, just go to the website dap.pixelheroes.io and use my referral code, which is the one that appears, but it will also be in the video description. This way you help the channel. I hope you enjoyed the tips. Leave any other tips you know in the comments. If you liked the video, leave a like and share it so that more people know about the Pixel Heroes Adventures airdrop.